Give me a woot. Did anybody get a 10 out of 10? Ooh, crickets. So I have spoken in front of thousands. I have asked that question to thousands of people. Exactly 2 have given themselves a 10 out of 10, including myself, and I'm up here accordingly, the expert. I don't have a 10 out of 10. I asked my 2, how did you possibly get a 10 out of 10 on work-life balance? You know what their answer was? We're retired. You know what happens when you answer with, I'm busy? We start competing in the busy Olympics, right? Because nobody is gonna allow you to win. You're busy? Oh, I'm busier. I'm way busier than you. Your kid is in 3 dance competitions this week. My kid's in 14. Yeah, you're not gonna beat me at this. I have 17 children that I drive around. You don't, but you start lying because you have to be busier. You have to be busier than that other person. What happens when we actually answer with, I'm busy? Your cortisol levels actually start to increase because we need to change our narrative to change our story. We know exactly what makes us happy when we're young. And case in point, we're using years, Fitbit, those Fitbits are in right now, but before Fitbit, Weight Watchers had a little pedometer. And my little boy at the time was so obsessed with my Weight Watchers pedometer that I had to get him a Weight Watchers pedometer, because every 8-year-old should wear a Weight Watchers pedometer. So he's like, Mommy, how many steps did you get? I'm like, oh, I got my 10,000. I was really excited that I got my 10,000. And I said, how many did you get, Alec? 32,000. And you know what the difference is? He plays. He plays. I exercise. He plays. So the moral of the story, start to play more. There are such pros and cons to social media because Facebook can be a positive. You get to stay in touch with relatives, with friends, with ex-colleagues in a way that we couldn't stay in touch before. Unfortunately, things like Facebook actually can create what's called social anxiety. Social anxiety, the fear of missing out. So you know when somebody posts something on Facebook and they're like, we're off to Tuscany, hashtag Tuscany, look at me going to Tuscany. And there's like, right? There's a like, there's a comment, there's angry, there's no There's no emoji for puking in my mouth. Because we feel a social anxiety when people post about all of the wonderful things that's going on in their lives. So I'm not saying don't do it. I'm actually not saying don't do it. I'm saying limit it. I put a timer. When I actually start checking Facebook, I put a timer because then I'm accountable for how much time I'm on there. And recognize if you're starting to feel like about yourself, take a break. Take a complete break from Facebook. Because I promise you, the people that are most important to you are not here. They're right there. They're usually right in front of your face. So focus on the people that are here. Like, Mom, can we have your bacon? And their little hands would float over my plate. And I realized this is the time to break the cycle. And so I just took my fork and just stab, like really hard, and like 3-4 times. This works with small kids. But recognize that you are bacon worthy. Meaning that if you're constantly debiting the account without ever crediting the account, there's nothing left to give. There is nothing left to offer. With our children in particular, they see us as mom and dad. They don't see us as people. And when you start to train them from a very early age that you're bacon worthy, that you are a person too, they get to see that and they get to recognize that, respect that, and most importantly, they're gonna learn how to be respectful adults, respectful parents, respectful husbands and wives and partners. So it's a positive if you start teaching your children that you're a person as well. I have talked to so many people that have gone through so many situations where they constantly say, I have failed. Rather than saying, I failed my children, I failed my marriage, why aren't we changing our narrative to say, I'm succeeding in my divorce? Mommy, you're on your computer all the time. And I realized that I had to do the shift, that I needed to Control-Alt-Delete. So I can honestly say at that time that I was trying desperately to have it all. And I realized very quickly that I actually did have it all. I had it all to begin with. Define your all the way you want your all to be. I'll leave you with one departing thought. Prioritize your life the way you want your obituary to read. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.